Now we are going for a rally to support the Palestinian people, our brothers and sisters in Palestine, to give them support and what is going on Israel is doing with them, like, you know, kids dying every day. So we are here just to support them, to show you that we are with them, even we cannot fight for them, or we are with them, inshallah. That's how it's happened when all the Ummah get together. No color, white people, black people, everyone get together. The Ummah will be strong. So this is for Palestinian people to support them. That's how we do it here in Ireland. We support our brother and sister in Gaza. Even we can fight for them, but we can stand, we can raise our voice for them. Takbir! 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 Free, free! Free, free! Palestine, free, free! We want justice! 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 We want
No more Nara Takbir, okay? Thank you. Guys! Justice! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Justice! What do you want it? Now! What do you want? Justice! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Justice! When do you want it? Now! What do you want? Justice! When do you want it? Now! Free, free! Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine!
Free, free!
1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more! 1, 2, 3, 4! Occupation no more!
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa!
We want! We want! We want! We want! We want! We want! We want!
Can you get you out of the way for a second? We just want to get a picture.
Yeah, yeah. That's how we support the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If our brothers and sisters is in pain there in Palestine, so that's how we support them. That's how we support them. Allahu Akbar.
Israel, shame on! 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 Israel, we want justice! 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 Carry on! Okay, we're going to have our meeting here. We're just going to set up. We want justice! 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 We want justice!
We want justice. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice.
We want justice! Speakers are over there.
Justice for
Over
Khadera.
there. The speakers are set up over here. Bring the banner over there, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, we're just turning around, okay?
Of the Palestinian people is immoral and is a breach of international law. That nobody, and that includes the Israeli regime under Netanyahu, has the right to break international law and to rain down this savagery on innocent men, women and children. And let's say this also, as Irish people whose own experience of dispossession and repression lives long in our memories. Let's remind our government that they have no excuse, that we the Irish people know what it is to suffer at the hands of an imperial power, and that we demand of them that they act on our voice, on our... Okay, another man who's not going to have any...
Gaza are the victims of a terrorist state. It is important to say that that is not just a slogan. This has been the history of the Israeli state since it was born, with the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people from the majority of Palestine in 1948. It was born in blood, it was born in racism, it was born in ethnic cleansing, it was born in apartheid, and every single thing that state has done since the moment of its foundation has been about the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. And frankly, it is sickening when the recently elected Taoiseach of our state, Joe Burton, says in the Parliament this week that he condemns both sides equally. There is no two sides. There is no two sides. There is an Israeli terrorist apartheid regime ruthlessly, cruelly, murderously killing innocent civilians. That is what is going on. And we were all so moved. We were all so moved to hear a young man, a wonderful young man, get up and shout "Free Palestine" and "Free Gaza." And all of us should think about that. Those of us have children like this young man. Just imagine your children like that, having their lives exterminated as the most sophisticated weaponry in the world is rained down like hellfire on young children, on families, on women, on some of the most oppressed and poorest people in the world. It is an absolute crime. Now I just want to finish by saying this. We had former Israeli soldiers from breaking the silence came into us in the door last week. Everybody should read their book so we understand that everything Israel does is absolutely deliberately murderous. These were the people who did it, and they have documented how they were ordered to kill, to intimidate innocent people, and they were told specifically by their commanders, attack innocent people, provoke mayhem, provoke chaos, force the Palestinians into reacting. That's what they want. They set up the pretext to force people to resist and then use that as the excuse to launch the sort of murderous attacks we are seeing at the moment. But they could not do that without the finance and support of the United States and the European Union. The soldiers who came into us were very clear. They said the European Union is now the major financial supporter of Israel. They give them preferential trade agreements. They put no conditions on those trade agreements about human rights or the treatment of Palestinians. They are literally providing the funding for the Israelis to develop this awesome and deadly weaponry they are deploying against Palestinians. So we have to demand that our government and European governments break all links with a racist apartheid state. Nothing else is acceptable. You cannot do business with a murderous state. And we need to build a street protest to force the government into that position, just as was done with apartheid South Africa. It took a long time, but it was done, and it will be done with Palestine. Victory to Palestine!
Okay, I'm going to hand you over to our very last speaker before we move on.
Away to the Israeli embassy over there. I'll just say two things briefly. Martin mentioned our new Minister for Foreign Affairs, Charlie Flanagan. Charlie Flanagan is a great admirer of a man called John Redmond. 100 years ago, during the First World War, Redmond sent a lot of young Irishmen to die for the British Empire, because he told them, if you do that, Britain will be nice to us and they'll give us our own state. It didn't quite work out that way. This government is in that tradition. They are supporters of war. And we believe that the best way to commemorate the First World War 100 years later would be to strive for peace and not to support the warmonger in the Middle East, which is Israel, which this government supports. And as several people have said, This is not a war between equal combatants. This is a war against, this is a war upon the Palestinian people by the fourth most powerful army in the world, with the fourth most powerful arsenal of weapons and with nuclear weapons. And the Palestinians have no army, they have no navy, they have no air force, they have no allies except the people of the world, and that's us. And I just want to finish up with this. Yesterday, 10,000 people marched for Gaza in London. Here in Dublin, we haven't got 10,000 people, but we're a much smaller city. So what we have here is the equivalent of that. It's a great turnout. But we've experienced this before. Whenever there's a crisis, the crowds come out. As soon as the crisis is over, apparently, the crowds disappear. And it's all the work of activism is left to a small group of people. But the crisis is never over for the people of Palestine. For that reason, we ask you, don't just come out when there's a crisis.